Good morning, students. Today, in lecture number 13, we are going to highlight, study in detail the speeches of Decius Brutus and Mark Antony over the death of Julius Caesar. As we have seen earlier, that in all the five acts and their respective scenes, we have seen that how Julius Caesar was murdered by the conspirators like Brutus, Cassius, Trebonius, Caius, Casca, Cinna, and so on. And from the very beginning of the play, we see when everybody was in enjoyment of celebrating the games, festivities, victory of Julius Caesar over Pompey's son, at that time the conspirators led by Cassius were planning for the murder of Julius Caesar, and they have also involved Decius Brutus in their plot against Julius Caesar, the plot of murder. Because the image of Brutus was an ideal one in the Rome. He was considered as honorable, respected, and from the noble family who has care of Rome and struggle for the development, welfare, or we can say the keeping democracy of Rome. So, no doubt we will finally come to know after the suicide of Decius Brutus that Decius Brutus was wrongly involved in this murder of Julius Caesar. And at the same time, the conspirators also very well get lesson that they have killed the innocent Julius Caesar, and for such death they were murdered, killed by the Octavius Caesar, Mark Antony, Epictetus, the Triumvirs, and the people also, the people of Rome were also involved in the revenge. So before the death and after the death, we simply say that Julius Caesar was great, an ideal emperor was, and he has done maximum attempts for the betterment of keeping democracy in Rome, welfare of Rome, and to make the Rome and each and every citizen of Rome the prosperous one. And so, the most important part of this tragedy is when Julius Caesar was murdered by the conspirators, we have seen that they brought the dead body in the public place. They put it at the public place, and also clarifies why they have killed Julius Caesar. First, we see the speech of Decius Brutus when he delivers his speech over the death of Julius Caesar and how they have and why they have killed him. When he explains, after his explanation, conclusion speech, we found that each and every people of Rome became satisfied by his answer, by his speech, by his overall expression after the death. But when Mark Antony requests for the speech and Decius Brutus allows him, at that time Mark Antony's speaks in a very well manner by giving each and everything's proof. How initially Brutus says that how Julius Caesar was wrong, and Mark Antony gives explanations with proofs that how Julius Caesar is good, how he was good, and how they have proved that he was wrong. And this way, Mark Antony get successful by explaining, by taking side of Julius Caesar as an ideal man when this Brutus has proved him as a wrong man, the tyrant. And the very speech of Mark Antony takes the turn. Initially, conspirators were happy that they have killed Julius Caesar and they became successful, proving to the public that they were good. But when Mark Antony speaks on behalf of Julius Caesar, along with proofs, witness, savings, and by showing his will, he comes to the conclusion that how Julius Caesar was good and how these conspirators have wrongly, by majority, killed Julius Caesar, though he was good one. So finally, the very speech of Mark Antony took the turn, and each and every people who were appreciating Brutus in the beginning, now they were appreciating Julius Caesar, Mark Antony, and all the people became furious, angry, and haunted to take revenge of conspirators, and all the conspirators run away, and the people of Rome following them by burning their houses, destroying their properties, and so on. So this way, the two speeches, the most important one, that is the speech of Mark Antony, is important in this play, that we will just discuss it. First we will highlight the speech of Brutus, how he clears, satisfies to the public after the death of Julius Caesar, and later on how Mark Antony satisfies, that you listen. The first of all, Decius Brutus expresses his views by the dead body of, beside the dead body of Julius Caesar when everyone stand. At that time, Decius Brutus says to the public that be patient till the last, from beginning to the last. Be patient means keep quiet when I tell. Be patient till the last, Romans, countrymen, and lovers. Hear me for my cause, listen to me, and be silent, that you may hear. Believe me for my honor, for the honor of Rome I am speaking. Keep quiet, be silent, hear to me, the countrymen, Romans, and lovers. And you may the better judge. I will explain, you listen it, be silent, and then as a judge, you will be the better judge, and finally give your remark if I am wrong. Then if brother says, friend of Caesar's, to him I say that Brutus' love to Caesar was no less than his. Means Brutus and Julius Caesar were the close friends and both loved each other much. If then that friend demand why Brutus rose against Caesar, then people ask me, when you are the friend of Julius Caesar, then why you have killed me? Why you go against Caesar? He says that this is my answer. I will give you answer. Not that I love Caesar less, I love him more, but that I love Rome more, because he was my friend. I also love him, but my love is for Rome more than the friend. So friend was doing wrong, so I have killed him, because my love is more to the Rome than the love to my friend. Had you rather Caesar were living and die all slaves than the Caesar were dead to live all free men? He says Caesar's living was not good for the welfare of the Rome, so we have killed him. As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. because as a friend I weep for him, because my friend is no more. To live all free men was fortunate, I rejoice at it he was valiant. Because I weep him when I consider him as my friend, but I became happy. I rejoice, आनंद व्यक्त करतो. I rejoice when he was valiant. I honor him, but I was ambitious. As valiant villain, as ambitious as a tyrant, I have killed him. So I expresses my rejoice. There is tears for his love and joy for his, we can say, murder. Being a friend, I express his sorrow over his death. I pass my tears over his death. But as a citizen of Rome, I rejoice by killing such valiant or such ambitious or such tyrant. And further he says, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, and death for his ambition. Who is here so base? That would be bondman. So if any speak for him, how I have offended, who is here so rude, that would not be wrong. If anybody among you tell me what I have done that is wrong, you punish me. Because I, being a friend of mine, close friend, I have killed him. I passed my tear, I became very nervous, emotional. But I rejoice here by killing him, because he became very ambitious, valiant, or we can simply say the tyrant one. So, my dear Romans, countrymen, lovers, tell me, I have done anything wrong. Then, as a judge, you explain. Each and every people of Rome says, no, none. Brutus, none means you have done nothing wrong. You are right. Further, Brutus says, then none I have offended means I have done nothing wrong by killing Julius Caesar. I have done no more to Caesar than you shall do to Brutus. Means I have done nothing wrong with him by killing him. The question of his death is enrolled in the capital, his glory not extended, wherein he was worthy, nor his offences enforced, for he suffered death. So this way, my dear Romans, I have, or we have, the conspirators have killed Julius Caesar, means we have done nothing wrong. We have done only for the sake of Roman. We have killed the tyrant, valiant or ambitious man. When each and every public people of Rome says, Brutus, live, means Brutus, live long, you have done good for the Romans by killing Julius Caesar. And everyone says, give him statue with his ancestors, because the statues of Brutus families were made in the cities. And again people says, again we have to build another statue of Decius Brutus, because he is really a good man who stands for the welfare of Rome. And everybody says, long live Brutus, long live. Shall be crowned Brutus. Some says, we have to make Brutus the emperor one. Emperor of Rome shall be crowned Brutus. We bury him to his house with shouts and clamors. My countrymen, peace, silence, Brutus speaks. And now, Mark Antony requests Brutus to express his views or give a speech over the death of Julius Caesar. At that time, Brutus says, please be silent, Romans. Just listen to the Mark Antony. Good countrymen, let me depart alone. Means now allow me to go from here, and for my sake, stay here with Antony. For my sake, I request you, please, you also listen Antony, and then you move. So he requests everyone, like me, you also listen to Mark Antony. So Cassius was not ready to give the opportunity to speak Antony, because if something wrong happened, that Cassius knows that. But Brutus was a noble man. He was not having such any, we can say, the plan. He was straightforward, so he gave opportunity to him, and Mark Antony speaks. How Antony, how he begins. You gentle Romans, the gentle Romans, please lend me your ears, friends, Romans and countrymen. Lend me yours, means listen minutely, carefully what I say. Give your ears to me. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. Means I came here to make a funeral process of Caesar, not to praise him. फक्त मी तो त्यांना अंत्यविधीसाठी आलो, स्तुती करायला नाही. The evil that men do lives after them, the good is intent with their bones. So let it be with Caesar, the noble Brutus. Brutus was very noble, and he has very well clear his intention of killing Julius Caesar. Hath told you Caesar was ambitious. He has told you Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a gracious thought. Brutus has labeled him as ambitious, so he has killed him. But my dear Romans, countrymen, friends, it was totally wrong what Brutus had said. It is gracious part, and grievously had Caesar answered, a underlive of Brutus and the rest, so are they all honorable men. Means Brutus and the conspirators who has killed Julius Caesar were no doubt honorable men. Means at one side he is praising to each and every conspirator, including Brutus, Cassius and all. On the other side, each and every point what Brutus has raised, he was, we can say, he was destroying. He was totally rejecting, and he was not with the idea of Brutus said. As he says, come, I speak in Caesar's funeral. At this death body of Caesar, I came here to speak. First he says, I came here to bury him. But what Brutus has said, he is ambitious, but it is totally wrong. Further he says, he was my friend. Julius Caesar was my friend, faithful and just to me. He was very faithful, just to me, but Brutus says he was ambitious. Brutus says he was ambitious, but he was very faithful to Rome, not an ambitious one. And Brutus is an honorable man. How Brutus was wrong? He is an honorable one, but he said he is ambitious. That is totally wrong. He had brought many captives home to Rome. Means he has brought many victories to Rome, whose ransom did the general coffers fill. Means Julius Caesar, as a mighty, brave warrior, emperor, ideal man, moral man, he has brought so many victories, and such victories have filled the treasury of Rome. So he has done ideal, prosperous Rome. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? My dear friend, such man who has done so many victories and brought so many prosperity, gold, money, everything for Rome, that man seems ambitious. When that the poor have cried, Caesar has wept. When any poor man in the city of Rome cried, Caesar wept for throughout night, because he was not doing anything for them. Such thirst, such grace, such concern he had for the people of Rome. So, my dear friends, such man ambitious should be made to stand strong. Such men should be ambitious. Those who weep for others, those who have done many victories and brought so many wealth for the Rome, was he ambitious? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. Brutus is a great man, but whatever he says, that is wrong. You all did see that on the Lupercal, means in the very act first, scene first, we have seen in the game of Lupercal, I have offered him the throne thrice, and he has rejected thrice. Thrice presented him a kingly crown, and he did thrice refuse. Was he this ambitious? I have gave him offer of kingship for 3 times. He has rejected for the 3, refused it. So tell me, Is he ambitious man? Yet Brutus wasn't ambitious. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious and honorable man, but he was not. And further he says, I speak not to disturb what Brutus speak. Means I am not against Brutus, but I am just telling what Julius Caesar was. But there I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withdraws you then to mourn for him when you come to know the real cause? How he was great, you will mourn, you will pass tears, you will become emotional. My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me. Plebeians, he thinks there is much reason in his saying. Then people of Rome says, continue, Antony, continue. Something, whatever you are saying, that is right. Something meaningful is in your speak. You continues. Mark his words, he would not take the crown. Whatever Antony says that he has removed the crown, he has brought much prosperity to the Rome, and he wept throughout night for the cried people. So this is important, whatever he is saying. So listen carefully, the people of Rome, listen carefully what Antony says, and his speech is very important for each and everyone to correct information, what is right. But yesterday the word of Caesar might have stood against the word, now lies he here. Till yesterday he was a great man, now look at his dead body. He lied here, and none so poor to him reverence, who masters if their disappointment. Such a great man was not, we can say, honored, and they have not honored him, instead thrown his body on the public road, on the street. I should do Brutus wrong and Cassius wrong. I will simply say whatever Brutus and Cassius, these conspirators, have done, that is totally wrong. Who all you all know are honorable men. They are the ideal men, honorable men, but they have done wrong. I will not do them wrong. I rather choose to wrong the dead, to wrong myself and you. Means I never say they wrong, but they have done wrong. Then I will wrong such honorable men. How I will say such honorable men as the wrong? I found in this closet in his will, let but the commons hear the statement. I will show you the will of Julius Caesar. These people have murdered him, saying he was ambitious, he was valiant, he was a tyrant. Just I will read aloud in front of you the will of Caesar. Let the commons hear this testament, which, pardon me, I do not mean to read. Means he says, I have the will of Julius Caesar, but I will not read in front of you, because there is no use of such reading the will of Julius Caesar after his death. Because how great he was, that is no of any use telling after his death. Then he further says, and they would go and kiss dead Caesar's wounds and dip their napkins in his sacred blood. Means, oh, all the people of Rome, look at his dead body, how the blood is passing. How many people have murdered a single man, so many stabs they have done, so much injury, so much blood is falling on the ground. You beg here of him for memory, and dying mention it will their wills, rich legacy unto their issue. Means, such a great man was killed by this noble, honorable man. But I will how say they were wrong, but in reality they have done wrong. All the people will the will means read the will of Julius Caesar. When Mark Antony says, I will not read the will, at that time people says, read aloud the will, read aloud the will of Julius Caesar. We want to hear, we want to observe the will, what Julius Caesar has done, or says, please say Antony, please show the will, and this way, finally Antony get ready to read the will. Initially he proved turning the mind of Romans towards Julius' side. He says he was not ambitious. I have offered him the throne for 3 times. 3 times he has refused. People, if any single people of Rome cried, he wept throughout night. And he has done so many victories, and that victories brought so many prosperity to the Rome that tell me, is he an ambitious man? And finally, when he read out the will, by the request of the all people of Rome, he says, if you have tears, prepare to shed them now. If you are a human being, emotions, what will I tell you? Then you will definitely pass the tears, become emotional, become sensitive, and your love for Julius Caesar will really sing. I remember the first time ever Caesar put it on, it was on a summer's evening in his tent. That day he overcame the nervy look in his place, ran Cassius daggers through. How Cassius has killed him. Look at the dagger of these conspirators. Before I reading the will, look at this dead body. If you have the tears, please be emotional. Though this the well-beloved Brutus stabbed, means Cassius has stabbed Brutus, the noble man whom you consider, that he has also stabbed him and plucked his curse still away. Mark how the blood of Caesar followed. Means lust, look at the blood, how Cassius has killed, how Brutus has killed the innocent, mighty, good man. And he further says, if Brutus so kindly knocked or no, but Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. Caesar considered Brutus a very close friend. For him, he was angel. Then also Brutus has killed him. Then also Brutus involved in the conspiracy. But he loved him. And this is most unkind. Cut off all means plan of conspiracy of all. Then they have noble Caesar saw him stabbed. Means such noble Caesar, they have killed him. And in his mental mocking of his face, even at the base of Pompey's statue, which all the while ran blood, great Caesar fell. Oh, what fall there was, my countrymen! I and you, all of us fell down. Means Caesar's down means they fell down of each and every nobleman. So, wasted bloody reason flourished over us. Oh, now you weep, and I perceive you feel the tint of penny, and the same time. Look at here, here is himself marred and his shoe with traitors. Means look at the Julius Caesar. The ideal man was murdered, and look at these murderers who are here. Oh, previous spectacles, oh, noble Caesar, and each and every man of this Roman was decided to take revenge on these murderers, conspirators led by Brutus and Cassius, and the same time revenge upon the murderers, conspirators. Oh, noble Caesar, people were speaking of Rome. Oh, woeful day, what bad day today is. Oh, most bloody sight. Means at the same time we will be revenge. Means we will take the revenge of these murderers, though it may be Decius Brutus or Cassius or anyone. So this way people haunted for revenge. And finally, again, Antony says, good friends, sweet friends, let me know stir of such a sudden flood of pity. Means don't take such hasty decision, but just listen to me what Julius Caesar has done, written or made in his will. He says, good friends, sweet friends, let me not stir up you to such a sudden flood of mutiny. Means don't involve in such sudden mutiny, means burnt or revenge. You just listen. That have done that deed are honorable. Means whatever Julius has done, that is honorable. He says, what private griefs they have, alas, I know not. I know that you become very much grief, sorrowful. But listen to me, they are wise and honorable. Means they are wise and honorable men. So don't take revenge upon them, and will not do doubt that with reason answer you. I come not, friends, to steal away your hearts. I am no orator like Brutus. I am a very simple man. Just explain what Julius Caesar was. I am not an excellent orator like Brutus, who has spoke earlier. I am just plain blunt man that love my friend, and they know full well that give me public leave to speak of him. For I have neither wit nor words nor worth. Means I am not such a weight, wisdom, knowledge like Brutus, but just I have expressed my views in front of you. And Brother Antony says that I tell you what wish ourselves to know. Caesar wounds, poor wounds. Means Caesar was bitterly, means the worst death was Caesar made by these people. And we expect that if he lived more, the Roman will be more prosperous in his time. And all when between means we have to take revenge. And people says we will burn the house of Brutus, one says. Another says, come see the conspirators, follow the conspirators and we will kill them. And this way Antony says, hey, hear me countrymen, hear me speak, please listen to me. Again he says, go to know what not to. Caesar does deserve your love. Caesar is a very ideal man and he deserves your love. Know that I must tell you, you have forgotten the will I told you of. Means I have again remained, means I want to explain the will. Still I have not opened, not expressed, not cleared the will what he has done. And here he says, here the will and under Caesar's seal. Means here look at the seal of Julius Caesar and just what it is. To every Roman citizens he give, means he has done the will of each and every Romans. Means each and every people of Rome was his, we can say, the property or his here was. To every Roman citizen he gives, to every several men 75 rich marks. Means for each and every people of Rome's name he has saved 75 grace marks. Means such rupees he has saved on each and every people of Rome. Plebeians, most noble Caesar we will damage. Then people says noble Caesar was a very ideal man, noble man. We will take his revenge. Oh royal Caesar, hear me with patience. Again Antony further says, please listen to me. He hath left you all his walks. All his walks means his private arbors, all his gardens, his private arbors, new planted orchards on the side of river. He hath left them you, and you here for your common pleasures. You are the real heirs, warriors of Julius Caesar, and he have given on the name of each and every people of Rome, his every walks, orchards, gardens, and the properties on the name of Rome. So tell me, is he an ambitious man, or he was valiant or treacherous? Plebeians, never come away, we will burn his body in the holy place. These people are saying we will burn the body of Julius Caesar at the holy place and we will fire the traitor's house. Means now these people, Brutus, conspirators become the traitors, and plebeian says go fetch fire, plug down benches and fire the house. And the same time, this way, the speech of Antony brought the very turn to the play, and he, being Julius Caesar, was a really ideal man, and so Mark Antony has turned the atmosphere and made Julius Caesar great after his death also. So with his speeches of Decius Brutus and Mark Antony will come to know the real side, and finally the people being the judge of this, we say the witness of these speeches of both, they come to the conclusion that no doubt Julius Caesar was correct. We will burn his body at the holy places. We will make his statues, and we will take revenge upon these conspirators, though he may be Brutus or Cassius. So this way, with this brief information, I stop here. Tomorrow I will discuss some themes and issues on this play. With this, I stop here. Thank you very much.